Okay. Let's see. Um, I think I am now live. Let's just make sure everything is up and running before we play a little Rocket League here. Looking good. Nice and sexy. Ooh, that's some 1080p's. Very neat. I think everything is working a-okay. That means then we shall get started here. Welcome everyone. Just a quick little live stream. Gonna do some more weed with my mighty here, which I was doing yesterday. Play a couple of rounds of Rocket League. Hello, dog. Let's start with the weed. It's what you guys are here for. Welcome, Reed. Welcome, 13. And Stephanie. Glad you could join us again. Oh, 13. Welcome back. And Sage. Oh my God, Sage. It's been a long, long time, my friend. How are you? So glad you could join us, dude. It has been, I can't even, I don't remember if you were hanging out with us even the last time I was streaming. It may have even been way before, a year or so ago, Sage, since we've spoken. But glad to see you're doing okay, man, or presumably doing okay. Thanks for joining us. And Sage is about to just make some brownies with some distillate. Sounds very nice. When you make your distillate, do you decarb it? You make the distillate and then you decarb it again, and then you add that to your brownie batter. Is that how you make it with distillate? I mean, I know it's a pretty common thing. I've never actually made edibles with concentrates or distillate of any kind before, um, but I know they have their fans. Rhode Island Hiker, welcome back, man. So glad you could join us as well. Thanks for sticking around after this many months absence. But I'm glad you're joining us again from the shit. What is Rhode Island's the Granite State? No, that's New Hampshire, or is that Vermont? Rhode Island, the smallest state in the union. Um, uh, but you can tell me what you're actually there for. Oh boy, buddy, you are really losing it. Dog is losing his shit back here. Sage says he's been doing good. He's been here from the very beginning. Well, Sage, of course I know you've been here since the very beginning, man. I just think I don't think I was streaming for a couple months back in like August and September, and I just, as you were saying, your notifications weren't set up. Don't think I ever got to hang out with you then, but I'm glad that you're back with us now. Rhode Island Hiker, well, thanks, man. They're just some good old-fashioned blue light blockers. They're not actually prescription lenses. And Sage giving us his recipe or his tips for adding distillate, decarb, and then add it to the cooking oil. Sounds pretty simple. Well, I hope they do you well, man. I've got quite a bit of edibles over here to my side, but we're going to focus on the mighty here. The Rhode Island Hiker says it's the ocean state. Well, doesn't that make sense being a state named after, erroneously named for an island, which it is not, even though it does have some famous ones. But it is the ocean state. Well, cool. Good for you, Rhode Island. Good thing there's always Delaware there to be more often forgotten than Rhode Island. Man, all those New England states, I feel like get a short shrift outside of course, New York. Well, New York's not even really New England. I guess it is. Upstate people consider that New England. New York, outside of New York, Massachusetts, and a little bit Connecticut, and I guess to some degree Maine for their fall displays. All those other wonderful sort of New England states get a short shrift. You don't hear a lot of stands out there for New Hampshire, but I know they must exist because even smaller states like Montana have their stands. So all you Vermont boys out there, it's not just Bernie. We all appreciate you and your Birkenstocks. That was an interesting detour. Sage says, "What's your friend code on Switch? I need to get Rocket League." If I had my Switch right in front of me, it is currently in a different room. I would pull it up. I don't think I have it written down anywhere. But I will try to grab it. Maybe if I remember by the time I sign off, I will go grab it and pull it up. I should just have it saved on my computer somewhere, but believe it or not, I don't. But I think I also have Rocket League. You can find me either through Steam or the Epic Game Store as well. This is the PC version I'm playing. Reed says, "Hey man, you should try Master Chief carts. They are amazing." Well, thanks for the tip, Reed. I didn't even know that Master Chief was in the weed business. I still thought he was in the... Well, I guess he's no longer in the Covenant killing business, because I think they resolved that whole mess in one of those Halos. Now he fights gorillas, space gorillas, or something else. Master Chief carts, I guess he's done saving the world from alien threats and is now pulling in his inner entrepreneur and cashing in for the weed game. Good for you, Master Chief. I'm surprised Microsoft is letting you do it, but after these billions of dollars, I assume you've got some leverage. So good for you, John117. As soon as I see your carts, I will happily try one for you and all of your fellow Spartan brothers. Although, I guess, boy, Master Chief really ruined that title for pretty much anybody else. Because Master Chief really is a Marine rank, right? It's a weird title, and I'm not sure where it falls in hierarchy. I'm terrible at military hierarchies and knowing who goes where. I'm always surprised that what outranks what. But Master Chief, any Master Chiefs out there in the world, I'm sorry that Halo has forever ruined your title in people's hearts and minds. But good for you, Master Chief, nonetheless. Okay, already quite high. I guess I should get to Rocket League. Let's finish this off. I have a couple more hits here. Gonna do probably 2 more, and then we'll call this first magazine done with my mighty. I've got several of them dosed there. Don't think I'm gonna be doing them all. Don't want to pass out here. Beautiful. Okay. We played some Rocket League yesterday, and it went not as poorly as I thought. I'm terrible at Rocket League. I hope nobody is expecting anything different. Terrible. Even when sober, when high, that is a different level of garbage playing. But it's even more entertaining. So, double-edged sword. All right, let's call this one sped. Take a break. Well, welcome 13 and Christopher Hernandez Gonzalez. Thanks for joining us, man. Glad you can make it as well. Let's play a game of Rocket League and lose embarrassingly. Oh, that guy's got some sweet twinkles, dude. I can hear his glitter from here. Oh, shart. Well, howdy do. I've that's the first and last you'll see of that level of expertise, guys. I promise. We start strong here. Oh, nice. I another shot on goal. Beginner's luck. As you can see, I never use ball cam because I'm a loser. Oh, balls in my mouth. Fair. Oh, wieners. Well, thanks, Christopher. It's again, you know, luck plays an important role in Rocket League, and even of us unskilled can get lucky sometimes. Oh, these guys know how to jump. Damn it. I can't handle that level of skill. It was my chance to be a hero, and I did it. I took my opportunity to be a hero. Thank you, Infinity Boy. Oh no, somebody just left. Quick Gamer. Oh my bollocks. Wow. Holy wieners. Oh, I screwed that one up. My teammates should disown me. Wow. This is really, I promise, not indicative of anything. Oh my shit. Again, teammates should disown me. Infinity Boy almost tried to take it, which he deserved it. It was really his goal anyways. Because the real goal is the goal we score in our hearts. Jeez Louise. This is starting to get a little embarrassing for him. Oh, I've set myself up. Oh. Oh, fiddlesticks. Go boyfish. I'm gonna have to smoke a lot more weed, I think, after this round. Get these. I'm playing too well. Oh, boyfish. Oh boy, this was not the expected outcome. I feel like I'm disappointing you guys, expecting disaster. But instead, you've arrived and found merely boring. Oh, what a redemption! What a redemption! That would have been if they had made that, that would have been a moral victory for them, and they would have deserved to have taken the gold. Well, we did it. Let's take a weed break. I think obviously it hasn't done its job. Unable to upload XP data. Oh no. I need my XPs for whatever it is that you get in Rocket League. How do I know I've done something unless I see a bar accrue points? I need to in order to know that I've progressed in life, I need to see a bar make visible progress. And then once that bar reaches the end of its path, I need some kind of visual and audio stimulation, and then some kind of good boy point accrued to me at the end. That's the way life, I've been trained that life should work. And if I'm not filling up bars to get some kind of Pavlovian ding and rainbows and puppies exploding out of some kind of chest, then I'm not living the life I should be. Let's get back to this weed. Let's do a couple of these here. Michael, welcome, Michael. Michael says, what are your thoughts on the Mighty? I think it is really good. I meant to say mighty. And I said really instead. So I think that means it's really or mighty good. I like it quite a bit, Michael, to take your question seriously. I like it a lot, actually. That's a bit of an understatement. Stores and Bickle, to me, they are without peer in the portable plant-based vaporizer game. I have used several different portable plant-based vaporizers, including I think the first 3 Paxes, a couple different smaller ones, things that are designed for more like one hitters. Then I got a Volcano about 5.5 years ago now. And that was about it. Once you get your Volcano, you've already hit the sort of zenith of vapor technology. It's worth every penny. It still works as well today as it did when I got it, again, 5.5 years ago. Great product, loved it. But of course, the Volcano requires you to be plugged in and requires some decent amount of legwork to get stuff going. You got to grind things, put it in the oven, put the bag on, watch the bag, nurse the bag, yada, 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 so on and so forth. It's not nearly as tedious or arduous as I made it sound, but there's some process involved, and of course, you have to be plugged in. So I decided, I'll check out one of their fancy battery-powered ones. They have several different ones. This is, I think, the nicest of their portable ones. And while it is not a volcano in your pocket, it is as close to anything as I've ever tried. And this capsule system is one of my favorite things in weed technology ever. You can basically just go ahead and load up as many doses with your Mighty as you want. You put them in these little aluminum capsules here, put your plant matter there. They've got these little air intake holes. And then you just put it in your mouthpiece and, do 10 big hits or whatever. And change it out when you're done. You don't have to keep cleaning out the inside, adding new stuff in. You can set everything before you want to smoke, make as many as you want, and clean and load up in batches. Don't have to do it while you're in the middle of smoking, which, can lead to all kinds of things like you burning yourself, breaking something. You just prefer to do it beforehand. And these dosing capsules are absolutely amazing. I wish more people would rip them off. I love that as an idea. And they're pretty quick, easy to clean. So the Mighty, very cool. It is expensive, like all of Stores and Bickle's stuff. But if you've got some extra cash, what are we on, stimulus or tax rebates, whatever government windfall of money is hopefully coming your way soon, and hopefully in whatever the highest number that the Uncle Sam deigns to give you comes your way, and you don't need it for other purposes, and you're looking for something like a portable vaporizer, no problem recommending the Mighty. Long-winded answer to a great question. Now let's do some. The battery lasts on it, I don't know. It really depends because it stays heating the entire time. It's not something like a vape pen where, it heats on demand. So it really is something you want to do your whole sort of session pretty quickly, so you don't have to keep the battery on super long, so you can just turn it on and off as needed. But it can get through every one of the dosing capsules, which I have 9 of, and still have some battery left over. It's not the longest, but I'd say it will easily last you, 90 minutes or so of continuous usage, and you can use it while it is charging, which is nice as well. And then, like all herb vaporizers or plant-based vaporizers, the nicest thing about this, just like the its cousin Volcano, is you get to save all of your plant matter at the end. You take them out of your dosing capsules, stick it in some airtight container, and then you can make edibles or whatever with that at the end, because there's still a little bit of THC left in that plant matter that you can mine out in making edibles. So I love herb vaporizers, and Stores and Bickle make the best. Okay, keep going up. Like all of these, there are 1,000 different directions online. Each of them are absolutely certain that they are doing it the only and correct way, and that everybody else is doing it the wrong and harmful way, meaning temperature settings, what temperature to set your weed at, do you increase it? I start at like 360 and raise it by like 5 degrees Fahrenheit every hit until I get to like the max temperature, which I think is 410 degrees. And then I call it. So I get about 10 hits or so out of it. Big hits per capsule, and just increase the temperature with every hit. And I find that works quite nicely for me. But I am sure that there are people out there that have what they deem to be proof, objective proof that 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 is the worst possible way to do it. So YMMV when it comes to the best way to smoke with this thing. Okay, we're almost done with this capsule. After which, we'll go ahead and play ourselves another round of Rocket League. Hopefully, I have a similar luck to our first game. Holy hell, buddy. It's okay. My dog's not used to me talking to people during the middle of the day in this pandemic. So now every time I stream or I'm on the phone with somebody, they just get really weirded out. They're like, "What is this? What are these sounds coming from your mouth? You only make these when there are people around. Does that mean there are other people?" Which is always no. Ahmad Ali, welcome, Ahmed. Oh, there's my XP reward. Oh God, thank God. Oh, progress on a bar. Did you guys see how many pixels I moved forward, up, inching on that bar to getting the next number in that sequence of numbers? I'm gonna hit the next integer, guys. Oh my God, I'm gonna get a whole. I'm gonna be another whole number. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be a big boy on the number line here in just a bit. Um, and man, that is so satisfying to just watch bars tick up. That is, I feel like the point of life really should be making progress on experience bars. It's just the most satisfying thing to watch a an unfilled XP bar tick upwards until it hits that joyous moment, and then you've got whatever that cue is. Oh, music to my ears every time. Gamifying things. It can't be bad for us. There can be no downsides. I to be fair, I'm being a facetious asshole, but I was that naive asshole not too long ago. I read I think Jane McGonigal is her name, right? The her book her big gamification book from like the 2009 or 2008 or something, uh, about how gamifying things is just going to make the world a better, more productive, happier, more wholesome, wonderful place. And I drink the Kool-Aid. I mean, I also drank the Kool-Aid on the Francis Fukuyama end of history kind of shit. I've had to eat a lot of crow these past couple of years, but I definitely believed gamification was a good thing for a while, and it could be harnessed in shape positive, good behaviors. But man, has that not borne out? I mean, it may be possible, and it certainly is possible that like gamification of things can lead to better behaviors and habits. But like, oh, so many things. The what would you call it? The technique of gamification of everything in this world has been utterly, utterly, utterly suborned and corrupted for really the most nefarious of purposes, and it's quite sad. It's oof, gamification, man. But you know what I love though? Watching fucking bars go up on a line until it hits that number, and then you get like a ching and like fireworks. That is the good shit. Give me that dopamine. I'm done with this Rocket League. Holy hell. Welcome, AATV. It says, do you watch WWE, Worldwide Wrestling Entertainment? I don't, but what was I gonna say? Wrestling. Never been a wrestling watcher. Grew up in an area where professional wrestling fandom was huge. Grew up in the South, Deep South, the edges of the Deep South. So do a lot of wrestling super fans. Know people today that love it that you wouldn't imagine, but I don't know. The never caught on with me. I respect professional wrestling for what it is, but never really been a fan. I guess we should thank them for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So, and in some ways also demolishing press freedom of the press protections in a roundabout way is also WWE's fault. But I guess it was more WWF then. But that's a different story. That is Worlds Colliding. That's WWE and Peter Thiel coming together to destroy press freedoms and using it and using Gawker as their instrument to do so. I think we're going to look back a long time from now and look at the Hulk Hogan Gawker kerfluffle and think, man, that was the start of something really, really, really bad. Yes, I think that lawsuit will go down as a marker of the turning down a really, really scary road. Rocket League, let's do it. Let's play a game. I am very high, and I am super excited to be as bad as I promised to be that first game. I'm sorry I wasn't as bad as I expected, but this game, guys, you got my money-back guarantee. You're going to see some real dog shit. Low Eye says, yo, what's up, Wheats? Big fan of your videos. Well, thanks, man. So glad you could join us, Low Eyes. Appreciate you tuning in. And what are you up to on this Fridays, sir, madam, or whatever you prefer to be addressed as? Oh, damn it. Again, these guys know how to, like, jump and boost. It's like, don't they know that there are people out there in this world that don't have those kind of abilities or skills and that they should... Oh, that's my boy right there. Oh, I've been blown up a lot. I guess I should probably just not stay still on the field. Probably going to be a way to help that. My bad. I hit my teammate. I'm a poo-poo teammate. Whoa. Again, fluke. If I were the referee, the AI referee, I would take that point away from me. It was shameful. Ooh. Low Eye says, chillin' bro, just here in my office getting baked with this Curvana Northern Lights pen. Ooh, that sounds great, Low Eyes. I've actually never tried Curvana's vapes before. I mean to. I will at some point, I am certain. But that sounds awesome. Very cool that you're able to just do that. Well, I guess your office could mean your home office, but I hope it sounds nice and relaxing, man. I hope you have a super chill Friday. And then just beneath that, we've got Jonathan joining us. Welcome, Jonathan. Says, He's not in an illegal state, but he's a big fan of the reviews. Well, that's cool, man. Hopefully, your state, sort of gets their act together here in a bit, and gets on the right side of history, and you can enjoy things legally, like us here on the West Coast and other pockets throughout the country. I assume it will happen sooner rather than later at this point, but I appreciate you watching and hanging out nonetheless, man. Well, Weenors, that was almost bad. Oh, that was a lucky hit. Got that out the scrum. Oh, bollocks. Oh, double bollocks. I'm screwing this up. Teammates, I'm having a shameful performance. Oh my butthole. Oh my butthole, 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 and buttholes. Mark, welcome, man. Things are going quite well. How are things in the United Kingdom? Heard that Brexit's heating up. Or should I say, hey, Mark, it's your friend from fellow Fallen Empire. Hey, Mark, it's your friend from the other country that's shot itself in the foot. Wow, that was nice. Oh my God, Low Eyes, you are so right. Low Eyes, no, Kurvana, yes, you're right. The Kurvana ascends. I was thinking, holy shit, that's how high I am already. Kurova also has the edible people. Kurova, they have flour, they have pens, not just their famous edibles. Let's go ahead and take a break here and do another one of these. It's still apparently not enough. Yeah, well, and Mark, I never thought I never believed it would happen that we took care of our problem ended more quickly than yours did. I thought ours was going to be totally intractable. Not that it's anywhere near over, but you know, uh, it could be worse right now. That is absolutely sure. But we're all still fucked. I've thought about just writing the book or creating the series. The thing that doesn't have the unnecessary silver lining, the book like An Uninhabitable Earth or Sixth Extinction, something that basically just points to the fact that we've screw it up um, in a way, in an irrevocable way, a way that we've already crossed the event horizon of destruction. We just don't realize it yet, but the seeds have already been planted for utter chaos and destruction. But each of the great sort of pieces of writing that are about the themes, whether it's, most of them are sort of ecological or meteorological in nature, but there are plenty of sociological books also telling us how utterly doomed we are. My favorite being The Great Leveler by Walter Schaub, a book about how the only times in history there's ever really been any kind of equalizing of wealth is with immense amounts of violence and societal catastrophe. It seems we're sort of on pace for that. But all of these things also, because I guess you have to have these silver linings like, oh, but there was reason for hope, but we should still remain optimistic. I think, I'm not good with the words, but I wish somebody out there would write the thing that's just like, nope, we are actually all totally 100% fucked. It's all a matter of time scales. And then just put out the immense amounts of evidence in whatever way you want to define our doom, whether it is ecological, whether it is economic, whether it is political, whether it is sociological. We've swallowed so many poison pills at this point. Woo! It's scary to think about. But you know what isn't scary to think about? Weed. And you know what? We'll probably be okay. There's reason to be hopeful. We should always remain optimistic. And every apocalyptic scenario has a nitrogen-rich silver lining. I hope. Boy, that got really pessimistic and dark. Let's get back to this weed. Okay. I'm sorry to have brought the vibe down. Let's do one more of these, and then I'm going to take a nice, wonderful break. It has been super fun. These Rocket League games have been great, going better than I thought. But let's before we make it to our end of our Friday, let's hang out and do one more mighty capsule together. They call this a magazine, which is a perfect use of that word. But when I first saw it, I guess I was just conditioned to think, oh, that's a strange choice. But it is very descriptive of what it is. This is, I believe, Purple Punch that I'm enjoying right now, and enjoying quite a bit, at right at 20-ish% THC. Not the most top shelf stuff, but I think at the dispensary this quarter was about $50, which is, for its quality, a pretty good deal. Jonathan says, didn't expect an apocalyptic scenario the first week of my exams of the semester. No running water, but got that heat and electricity back. Oh, Jonathan. Oh, that's right. I am so sorry. I missed your comment where you said you are in Texas. Holy hell, Jonathan. I am sorry to be so doom and gloom, my friend. And especially when you are working on your first semester. Does that mean, I assume, your first exams? Oh, sorry. First exams of this semester, not your first semester. Where are you going to school, Jonathan? Where in the vast, vast, vast state of Texas and their myriad universities are you attending? Or not attending, as you probably are not. But sorry to be so doom and gloom. Although I'm guessing you being in Texas, experiencing what you're experiencing, are experiencing some of those apocalyptic uh, scenarios more acutely than many of us who are not in areas that shouldn't be freezing, um, getting turning Arctic. Mark, it's just Mark says, or it's just me. Mark says, my favorite quote ever is, "We will never know what we have until we do not have anything. To be truly free, we need to look back, not forward, as we have had paradise, but are unsure how to regain it." We will never know what we have until we do not have anything. To be truly free, we need to look back, not forward, as we have had paradise, but are unsure how to regain it. Who is that, Mark? Is that Milton? Is that I don't recognize it. It is a curious quote, that is for sure. Grovel, welcome, man. So glad you could join us, dude. Thanks for tuning in 2 days in a row. Hope you are well. Did that PS5 come in, by the way, Grovel? I know you remember you were waiting anxiously yesterday. And then we've got Go For It player and Mr. Go For It. Well, welcome, Mr. Go For It. I hope you do. Thanks for joining us. And Mark says that quote is, it's from a movie and he cannot remember which. Well, let's see if good old Uncle Google can help us out and solve this quotation mystery. This is what Uncle Goog was born to do. Huh. Um, I'm not pulling up a direct quote anywhere from anybody, although the first link is something with the ACLU, and even though, yeah, Mark, and actually, I'm not 100% sure what what the quote, what I'm supposed to interpret from it. I mean, I'm sure it is just a lack of understanding or comprehension, rather, but I don't. What is it saying necessarily? Like, um, we will never know what we have until we do not have anything. To be truly free, we need to look back, not forward, as we have had paradise, but are unsure how to regain it. I mean, I agree with half of that. That the first half of that seems sound, but my brain is also under a lot of weed. Uh, Grovel says that PS5 is supposed to arrive tomorrow. Fingers crossed for you, man. I hope that is the case. And Grovel, you were we were talking. You skipped the PS4, right? So you have all of those classics ready to go, which is super exciting, if I'm remembering correctly. Um, and Go For It player is doing some blue cookies with us right now with the bong hits. Well, very cool, man. I hope you're enjoying those blue cookies in those nice big bong hits. Okay. That is kind of what I thought it was saying, Mark. It is a very Miltonian Paradise Lost kind of argument that, but I also, that is a thing that I do worry about, Mark, and not to I feel bad um sort of speaking out about. I mean, not speaking ill towards your quote. I totally get it, but I think there's a lot of um, it can be dangerous to look back at the past and assume that it was, and especially assume that there was an idealized past, and B, that even if there was such an idealized past, that we could know it, or that we could ever, and by know it I mean we're so culturally bounded, we're so products of our societies and cultures that we create in this moment, that any sort of better time in the past would be totally incompatible with people of today, and whatever structures that worked well for people in the past would just not work in a world with 7 billion connected humans. I don't know. I guess I'm just saying, uh, I find the desire to find a optimistic shared past, or an idealized past, also one that should be scoped, or should be sort of viewed warily as like, well, I'm not sure, I'm not sure you really know what it is that you're pining for. But I'm also very high. So what do I know? But thank you for sharing the quote. It is one to make you think. And that's why I was surprised to see that the first search result comes back with the ACLU, not a organization known for their backwards thinking. Well, backwards is a loaded term that I don't mean to use. ACLU is, we'll say they're a very forward-thinking organization, and one that I admire greatly. Well, and with that, yes, Mark, totally agree, man. Totally, absolutely agree. But I also understand that impulse and desire to rip away all of the edifices and formalities and eccentricities that we call modernity. I totally get that desire to say, take me back to a time of some kind of relative sanity. I just don't know that time ever existed. And guys, with that, I think it's going to be Avita Zane for me. We did not get through a whole many games of Rocket League. I ended up talking way too much. I'm sorry. More Rocket League in the future. Maybe some Halo. Maybe some other things. Probably a lot more weed. But it's been a super fun blast hanging out. Mark, again, thank you for sharing, man. It was really cool getting to chat with you again today. And cool talking ideas with you. And then Grovel, hope that PS5 arrives tomorrow, my friend. Enjoy that God of War if I don't talk to you soon. Otherwise, I think I'll actually be back on Monday at some point. Until then, stay high, stay healthy, everybody. We're almost